Hi folks, Training Tip Thursday, and I am wearing today what I hope is my best impersonation, I'm not going to do the voice, of Forrest Gump. Because Forrest Gump will tell you that life is like a box of chocolates. I'm going to tell you that running is like a bar of soap. And what I mean by that is running, whether it be in your training or your racing, you've got to have a grip on it. And you've got to have a good grip on it. If you don't have a good grip on it, if you're like this, it's easy to get that soap knocked out of your hands. Your training's not going to go well, your race is not going to go well, etc. But the reverse is also true. If you squeeze that soap too hard, then it'll slip right out of your fingers. You don't want to squeeze the training too hard, nor do you want to squeeze your race too hard. You want to have that balance. Now, I'll admit, as I've run through what I'm going to talk about in my mind, it's probably more rambling than anything in particular. So if at the end you're going, I don't know exactly what he said, well, then I guess it's a lot of rambling. But that said, here we go. So in a marathon, 99%, over 99% of all your effort in a marathon comes from your aerobic system. Your aerobic system is when you're doing the slow, easy running. In general, people fall into one of two groups. They hate doing slow, easy running, or they love doing slow, easy running. If you love doing slow, easy running, then congratulations, because it's really important. If you hate it, then you got to do that. And I know you've heard me say that before, because in the marathon, it's over 99% of your energy comes from that. In the half, it's 98%. Even in a 5K, where you feel like you're dying and your heart's going to come out of your chest, it's still 95% comes from that. So the slow, easy running is really important, and maybe that'll make a little more sense why I'm stressing that when we get to the end. So overtraining is a myth. You've probably heard before, well, you've trained so much, you're overtrained. I really don't believe that it's possible to be overtrained. It is however, possible to be under-recovered. So what tends to happen sometimes in training is that we want it so badly that we begin believing that more must be better. Now I'm here to tell you, if more is you want to add in a few extra miles, few being the operative word, and they're easy miles, that's probably not all that big of a deal, because most events really love miles, and if you can do those, that's great. The problem comes when people become enamored with, well, more must be better from a standpoint of the effort I put into it. I'm going to run faster than I'm supposed to. I'm going to run more faster. What I mean by more faster is maybe you're supposed to do, say, 6 by 800. You go, you know what? Well, if 6 by 800 is good, then I'm going to do 10. I'm going to do more. That can lead to some under-recovery, because kind of your guiding principle when you're deciding what to do is, when in doubt, you should do less. Because running, when you're doing your training, very rarely do we want to get to the point where we're exhausted and just can't do anymore. In fact, most cases, if you get done with the work and you say, that's it, I'm spent, then we probably did the wrong workout or the wrong effort, because we should usually not get to that point in there. Now, of course, the reverse is true, and I don't have handy little pieces of paper to hold up, but the same thing is true. If you're supposed to be doing 6 by 800 and you say, well, I'm only going to do 4 today. Now, you've all heard me say before, it's not about any one day, and it's not. It's about consistency over time. So if there's one day you're not feeling it, and it's when in doubt, do less, and you say, hey, I'm only doing 4 today, it's just not there for me today, really not a big deal. Now, if it's like that all the time and you have a pattern, then we should talk about how to change the training, because you're going to have the opposite problem with the soap. Squeezing too hard, it slips out of your fingers, but if you don't hang hard enough, it's kind of easy to get knocked out of your fingers. The same thing really applies towards racing. And the balance to find that race is, it's perfectly okay to go in the race and I'm going to do well, I want this PR, I want this time, I want this goal time. But how do you find the balance as an individual, and it's different for everybody, between holding on to that race tight enough that you can go after it without holding on so tight that that race just slips out of your fingers? Because when that happens, we tend to run inefficiently, we're stiff, and then once things start going downhill, they kind of continue to go downhill. Well, as I said at the beginning, I think this was going to end up being a little bit more rambling. Hopefully, maybe you heard something that made a little bit of sense. If nothing else, next time you're getting ready to go to that training run, or next time you are towing the start line, just remember, running is just like a bar of soap.